Okay, day 190, the Awan Brotherhood. I met Field McConnell yesterday. He's a pretty cool guy, 23,000 hours of stick time. So I'll be using him as an expert in the area of aviation compared to like John McCain's 3,000 hours. Really want to focus in now on Imran Awan and the use of blackberries. Um, you probably look around your friends, you probably haven't seen a friend use a blackberry in years, maybe a decade. Famously in 2008, the president used a BlackBerry and used it all the way through the presidency at a time when it was considered obsolete and out of fashion. So here we are 10 years later. The key here is that most of these high profile State Department people, this group of 19, a lot of them use Blackberries, including obviously Hillary and the president, but then also Huma and Philippe Reines, the two key assistants, as well as Cheryl Mills, used Blackberries as well. I believe Valerie Jarrett did, and I think you're going to see other folks going down the line using Blackberries. Now, that's very significant when you throw in the fact that Huma and the system that was set up by for Huma with Anthony Weiner's laptop also had BlackBerry Enterprise Server. And the key excuse that Huma used for getting the information over to Anthony Weiner's laptop with the 650,000 emails was, oh, I didn't know it was syncing. Because what happens is every time you get near a BlackBerry server, this laptop, let's say, it automatically syncs. So it automatically takes all your email off and puts it on there. It's a great way of saying, hey, I didn't really forward any information. I didn't do anything wrong. It just synced. And it was unintentional. So it's good plausible deniability. Why is that important? Because I went to all 12 homes of Imran Awan, and I went to this Hawkshead home. I talked to the Marine on the doorstep, and he said, yes, there was a pile of Blackberries and a pile of laptops. This is the key system for actually getting this information off onto these laptops. So I also wanted to say that there's another intelligence service involved. I'm ready to break that today. This was NCIS. His wife is in the Navy, active duty Navy. I feel like national security. I said I wasn't going to say that initially. I didn't. I sat on that story for 2 weeks. At this point, national security is such that I think I need to just say that NCIS was involved. So we have FBI involved here. The FBI came and picked up all this stuff. So why Andrew McCabe is saying he's not involved in the investigation is beyond me. NCIS is also involved, and of course Capitol Police. And these people are going to be callable to a grand jury as well. So again, when there's this many people involved, it's very difficult to push forward a cover-up. So I think it's obvious that McCabe is covering this up, and I think it's going to be a big mistake for a lot of people involved. Again, we're down to the Social Security number level here. I published detailed histories of all the homes, all the sales, all the people that are involved, all the entities. And I'm going to keep publishing Social Security numbers unless the Justice Department and so forth wants to move ahead. But I have to publish that to a world of investigators if the FBI doesn't move ahead with the organization. Two key things that are still not out. One is the Galani here, who is imprisoned at this home, who had her inheritance stolen, or her cell phone was hacked on a continual basis. Her family was threatened with kidnapping. We need to see her picture and detailed complaint. We know that there's a July 5th police report, but we don't have the detailed complaint yet. A lot of it will come out about the behavior of the ones in that. Ramesh S. Jain has been pushed out of this picture. It's going to be Ramesh C. Jain. But we're going to keep drilling down on all the inhabitants of all 12 homes. We're going to get down to the Social Security level. For instance, you're going to find this Winfield family, and I'll just leave that out for right now. But we're going to get down to the geographic location of all 17 of these tickets. All the footprints of all the residents are going to be developed in time. Here's Ramesh C. Jain. He was also associated with that home on Springfield that I just showed you. Again, Samson Tokir Winfield, that Ohio family, I published his Social Security number. That's coming for Ohio. So I can't develop that anymore. I'm just saying this is a process that we're going to do. Ramesh C. Jain also has helped us focus in on this Jats extremist group. This is really a tribe in Pakistan, not really an extremist group, but they have extremist rhetoric. So we are Jats. We don't break hearts. We only break bones. Proud to be a Jat. So this is a group up in this part of Punjab. So again, I'm not painting a broad brush of all Pakistani extremist groups, jihadi extremist groups. I'm just talking about the Jats. So other extremist groups, rest easy. I'm not trying to call you into this. Another thing we're going to talk about is the doctor referral service. U.S. Army Doctor Referral Service. We're honing in on that. We're going to have to call people into a grand jury that are involved in that referral service. Who are the doctors they referred work to, especially in the area of mental health, cancer therapy, imaging, and also pain treatment. So we're going to look and see for irregular patterns. That's going to be good metadata to look at. We're also going to keep drilling down on nanoset technologies that he started with Soraya Begum, and look at intellectual property that was then sold by Nanoset to different hedge funds on Wall Street for the industrial espionage of drug development information. Again, here's the Army. The Army calls their credentialing service for the doctor referrals AAIT. There's a Soraya Begum's involved in a company with exactly the same name, AAIT, where there's a Mr. Panah, P-A-N-N-A-H, who's involved with 30 different agencies of the federal government that does cyber hacking, does cyber security, and so forth right here. So we're going to be looking at that, drilling down. I just haven't had time. And again, no cooperation from Congress on any of these 20 different congressional staffs and break-ins. So we're just going to have to keep publishing the information, keep publishing the serial numbers and so forth until the FBI cooperates. So that's the recap for this morning.